Hello, welcome. My name is Miss Shawala. I teach music at Cliffside Park High School. I'm glad you had an opportunity to come find out about music program and the class that your child is taking with me. A little bit about me, my background. I began teaching in 2011 in a private school in East Brunswick, and then 2 years later, I taught pre-K through 8 in Fairview. Hey, Fairview people. um, in 2017, that's when I first began teaching at Cliffside Park High School. Um, High school is an important part in a student's life, and students learn how to navigate a lot of things, social settings, they develop their character, and a lot of students begin to define who they are, which is really amazing thing for them. And education provides a wonderful opportunity for students to push themselves and also learn about professional etiquette. I love how music education in particular is a wonderful vehicle for this type of learning, as well as its own fulfilling study. I teach four different courses, and the two on this page are music study. Intro to Music is a course which broadly covers a wide variety of music topics like music theory, instrument classifications, famous performers, composers, each of those artists' philosophies and beliefs about learning and studying and practicing, and just everything from a broad perspective. This course is graded on classwork, tests, and projects. My second class on this list is theater arts. I'm a music teacher, so essentially it's musical theater arts. And it's designed to help students improve their English vocabulary while exploring the world of theater. So this class is specifically for English language learners. Each year the course is modified to the skill level of the group because their learning level is so different, each group that I get. Some have years of exposure to English and some just started last week. So definitely it's tailored each year and it becomes a little bit different. What doesn't change is the content. So we generally include terminology for characters, construction materials, more advanced color names, emotional expression vocabulary, parts of the body, other things like that. I'm also a Spanish student, so I'm learning Spanish, and I enjoy relating to the students as someone who's learning a new language as well. And we make mistakes and we laugh together, but it's okay because we know that that's how you learn. También estoy un estudiante de español, así que disfruto relacionarme con estos estudiantes como alguien que está aprendiendo un nuevo idioma. Cometemos errores y nos reímos juntos porque sabemos que está bien aprender. My two performance courses are vocal music and vocal ensemble. Vocal music, is a performance-based course that is open to all singers at all levels from beginner to advanced. And anyone can take this class and learn more about vocal technique, ear training, music terminology, vocabulary, reading sheet music is a requirement, not to enter, but as we go through the course, it's a requirement to learn. And performance etiquette, which is something that a lot of students actually aren't aware of. This class is based mainly on participation because the majority of the work is not in written form. Every day we sing, so they need to be graded on their daily effort in that way rather than in homework tests, quizzes, projects, these kinds of things. Vocal ensemble is very similar. But it's the advanced version of vocal music. So this group typically performs several times a year at local community events, festivals, and choral competitions. They also hone their skills that they learned from vocal music, going deeper into the study. So they have increased difficulty level with their music and an increased expectation for performance based on their level, but definitely more rigorous than in vocal music. They also go more in depth into music theory. participation in this group for anyone, any of your children who might be interested, is audition only, but they are more than welcome to audition for next year. Each day, I give the students 5 minutes to prepare before we start class. So they have 5 minutes between bells and then another 5 minutes with me to make sure their attendance sheet is completed by the end of that 5 minutes, and to stretch their legs, use the bathroom, take a break, especially when we have those longer periods that are 70 minutes. If they sit on the computer for that time straight, they're going to need to move around and get their blood flow going really well. But most importantly, they need to make sure by the end of that 5 minutes that their attendance sheet is done, so that as soon as that 5 minutes ends, they can begin their work and I can take attendance and we can just jump off really quickly from there. Once the 5 minutes ends, I also give them a do now question immediately, so that relates to the topic of the day. Students are expected to have 4 things. First, they're expected to finish their attendance before they enter the Google Meet. So if the Google Meet is open before that 5 minutes is up, they can always enter, but they must have their attendance sheet done so they don't forget. Students should maintain their cameras in the call for the entire period unless otherwise told. This is part of our district policy now. Students whose cameras are turned off will not receive credit for participation grade that day. Part of that is so that everyone is treated equally, that those who have their camera on have the same treatment from me. So the ones who don't need to have theirs on as well. And also because I can't tell if the student is present if their camera is not on. They may have the call running, but they might not be in the room. So we definitely need to make sure that the students understand that their cameras need to stay on. Number 3, any assignments that a student misses can be made up in my classes, but depending on the assignment, it might be for a reduced grade, like for if it's late, if it's a day late, or if it's a couple of weeks late, that's totally different. So, so they need to check with me on that, but a late grade is better than a 0. So I highly recommend any students with late work make sure they make up the work. And number 4 is that there will always be an assignment for the students. Whether it is during a Google Meet and I'm interacting with them and that's their class participation, that I see that they're interacting, or I give them a small question in response to the lesson, something during class, or even if I'm not there and I leave an assignment for them, they have work to do. So if a student ever says, oh, Ms. Shawala's not here, I'm going to go, I don't know, watch a movie for an hour because it was an hour-long period. No, they have work to complete during that period, and if it's not completed during that specific period, they're going to be marked absent. So please encourage your students to check Google Meet and check that they complete everything that's written in there. I'm sorry, not Google Meet, Google Classroom. Check everything that's written in there if I'm not present. Okay. I'm also one of the directors of the Drama Club. Drama Club is an interactive club. We do performances each year, and this Drama Club in particular is a very special group of students. They work really well as a team, and they describe themselves as family, which is really a beautiful thing to see. Some of the different things they do are building sets, putting on plays, learning to practice improvisation. They host a variety of fundraisers and usually compete at the Thespians Festival. Everyone is welcome, and if anyone is interested, please let me know. I'd be happy to have you, or your student, your child. If anyone needs help at any time, I would love to help. It could be a question about the lesson or how to use the Chromebook, or about a specific assignment, doesn't matter. And I would also be happy to have an individual Google Meet with any students who need that would be an easier way for them to get what they need. Parents, You can also view your child's grade in the parent portal, and I always leave a note on every assignment. So if you look at your grades for your child's grade and you're surprised and you want to know why, any assignment that doesn't have 100 on it, 100%, is going to have an explanation. So you can see everything right there. You don't have to ask your child what it is. It's all right there explained. And if you need me to go into further detail, you can always email me. Um, Los padres también pueden ver la calificación de su hijo en la clase en Parent Portal. Siempre dejo una nota en cada tarea explicando su calificación. Si la nota es bien, a veces pongo excelente, y si no, tengo las razones acá. Para que ustedes puedan entender exactamente qué está pasando. As always, it is a pleasure to be here at Cliffside Park High School and to join your child on their educational journey. And thank you for taking the time to get to know me and the course that your child is in. And I look forward to the relationships we will build to help make the school a warm and welcoming place during these important years for your child. Thank you.